Hidden Object Guru here. Normally I don't do a ton of reaction content, but I just saw this news and I'm ready to be horrified. So let's read this article together. And yes, I'm going to be putting all of the Hollywood Reporter's ads here on the page because, I mean, this is only 1 degree removed from me stealing their content. So I want to make sure that people are seeing their ads for, I don't know, Tylenol or paracetamol, as my European viewers might call it. I guess that's Amazon. You know what? You can see the ads for yourself. So, Until Dawn video game movie in the works from David F. Sandberg and Gary Doberman. Oh, good. It's the Annabelle creation people. I'm being sarcastic. I don't like the Annabelle movies. There's a long explanation for why. I don't think they're very good. So, I'm a little worried about them being put in charge of Until Dawn. That said, honestly, Annabelle Creation had some nice visuals. If they can bring back the same cinematographer, at least we got a chance of it looking good. Yes. Land of Superheroes. Oh, right. He made Shazam. I did like Shazam. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a giant fan of Shazam, and Shazam 2 I haven't seen yet. Black Adam was not great, but Shazam was at least fun. I think it kind of got bogged down and didn't really work in the second half, but, you know, it's a light, entertaining movie. Okay, Vampire Thriller The Invitation. Haven't seen that. And The Nun is garbage. More ads. Yay. First look deal with Screen Gems, deliver horror movies, producing Until Dawn under his coin-operated ban. Oh, he called his company coin-operated. Well, at least we know he's a video game person. Unless he's talking about bathroom stalls. He might be talking about bathroom stalls. Anyway, okay. Lots of producers. Good to know that there's going to be a ton of producers on the film. That always means good things. Okay, here we go. We're getting to the Until Dawn part. First released in 2015, Until Dawn is an interactive horror video game. Would be weird if it wasn't interactive. You know, a lot of non-interactive video games there, buddy? I mean, I guess Detroit Become Human. And that's what we call a drive-by. That follows 8 friends and frenemies who are brought together at a remote mountain retreat. Are brought together is weird, you know? It's a very strange sentence. Friends and frenemies. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good description. With live or die scenarios featuring a mysterious killer, cannibalistic wendigos, a cable car, and a long ago mining cave-in that reverberates into the present day. Oof. That is awkward. Fun fact here. It's interesting. Live or die scenarios. Mysterious killer. There are no live or die scenario with a mysterious killer, but that's fine. Like, that's, spoiler alert, a twist. Cannibalistic wendigos, they are the main threat. The cable car is never involved in any threats. They take the cable car up. They would like to take it back down, but they don't get a chance to. So yeah, it's cable car does not involve itself at all in the threats in the game. That might change for the movie. There might be a scene where they try to take the cable car and people get murdered along the way. Oh my god. Oh, they're going to try to come up with a definitive version of what happened. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm going to have to do a video predicting who's going to live and die in the movie, aren't I? Oh, I just realized that. Anyway, I just got filled with a dread based on a video I'm going to have to make. That's a weird response. All right. But anyway, members of the group must fight through their fear if they all hope to make it through the night in one piece. Is Jessica going to get killed? Anyway, the game proved to be a surprise hit with critics and received numerous gaming awards nominations. It won a BAFTA. It won the British Oscar. In England, their Oscar is for all media, basically, so you win the same award for movies and television and video games. But the point is, it won a BAFTA. It didn't just receive numerous gaming awards nominations. It got the highest award you can get for media in the country in which it was made. I think that's worth mentioning. Also, I don't think it was a surprise hit. I think people love interactive movies. I think people pretend not to love interactive movies, but I think people are well on board with the interactive movie as a genre, thanks to David Cage, who I dislike, but, I mean, he did pave the ground that Supermassive Games speeds down, blowing past him quite easily. See what I'm saying? He laid down a road and then they just blasted right past him. But he did lay down that road, and I'm not going to pretend he didn't. All right. Yes. The logline for the feature adaptation is kept deep inside the caves? What? Oh, they're not... Okay, fine. They're being cute. They're saying they're not going to say what the logline is. But Screen Gems is describing it as an R-rated love letter to the horror genre, centering an ensemble cast. So, honestly, maybe they've changed it completely. Maybe it's not a straight adaptation at all. Because my first thought is, the game had Oscar winner Rami Malek in it, which seems like it should have come up at some point. Starred Oscar winner Rami Malek. Seems like that's something. Were I the Hollywood Reporter covering Hollywood, I would put that in there. I'd also bring up Brett Dalton, but that's because I'm a big fan of the show Found. Hopefully you understood that was sarcasm. You might not. It might not be clear. Anyway, yes. R-rated love letter to the horror genre, centering an ensemble cast. Weird way to describe. See, calling it a love letter to the horror genre, I mean, that could mean, we're doing a satire, we're doing a commentary, or it could just mean it's in the style of 80s horror. Which, the original very much is. So, we're going to see if they actually, try and recreate the existing game, or if they try and go in their own direction. Although, I'm really going to have to pay a lot of attention to the developments on this one, aren't I? Alright, well, that should be fun. Overseeing for Screen Gems are producers. PlayStation Productions have ramped up with Last of Us, Gran Turismo, and Twisted Metal. Yep. Dauberman. Oh, adapting Salem's Lot. I like that TV miniseries a lot. I don't know if you can cram that into a movie, but I'll be interested to see them try. A live-action take on 80s animated series Gargoyles. Okay, so... Hollywood Reporter. I don't want to be a dick about this, but could you put in the... I'm loading something in another window, so I can, surprise you with it. Alright. Are we all ready to be surprised? Sorry, but as I was saying, I don't mean to be a dick about this, but maybe do the slightest amount of fact-checking. Gargoyles. Boom. 1994 to 1997. Oh, well, but the guy who wrote this, lady who wrote this, I didn't check. Boris Kit, no idea who you are. But anyway, you're like, I think I remember that as being an 80s show, right? And then doing no more work. None whatsoever. Or maybe that was in the press release they received, and they just didn't check it at all. Either way, not good work. Not an 80s anime series. Anyway, made horror shorts in native Sweden before the films. Nice. Closet Space. I haven't seen that. Okay. Lights Out. Oh, I hated Lights Out. Oh, I did not like that movie at all. Yeah, Annabelle Creation, real bad. I mean, again, the best thing he was involved with was Shazam. And I am going to watch Shazam 2 at some point. So, and now we're just talking about their representation. Okay, so I didn't expect this to go very much into Until Dawn, because it is the Hollywood Reporter, but it was great to see them getting, a bunch of details wrong, not mentioning what a big deal Until Dawn is, and how this is, how shall I put this, a much bigger property than being involved in the, how shall I put this gently, the world of a spooky Raggedy Ann doll. I'm just saying, Until Dawn, much more interesting property than the Annabelle world. And can I just point out, can we, now that it's going to be a movie, can we please get prop versions of that hourglass made? I desperately want an hourglass where the top is a skull and the bottom is the chalet and 8 little figures, and it's perfectly white sand, so it looks like snow, and you turn it over and the snow gradually buries the chalet and the people. I want this so badly to be a real thing that I can buy. I know it will cost me $400 for a relatively cheap version of it, and I'm willing to pay that. Alright, so, the news just broke. Literally, the news broke 5 hours ago from when I'm recording this. So if anything, I'm a little late. But yes, that is my take on this article from the Hollywood Reporter. Expect me to cover the hell out of this story as it develops. All right. I will see you back here for more Until Dawn news as we get Until Dawn news. Check out my game, Clown in the Woods, for free over at itch.io if you want some slasher horror in a visual novel context. And I will see you back here for more. And until then, I'll say that's right. Au revoir.